Hello, Rebel GMAN 3B. This is your week 10 and mainly 11 recap. I am Rob Top, and I'm here as always with Matt Cavelian. Hello, Matt.
Hello, hello. That's a hello for each week. There you go.
Yay. Sorry about last week, guys. My internet was just way too messy to even, watch all the games and stuff.
Scheduled work in your area, right? It was basically just a no-go.
Yeah. So gutted. Our 100% record has dropped, and it's all
Yeah.
my fault. Well, Virgin's fault. But we're just going to skip through last week. You've got it all sort of planned. Is that
I'm
right?
just gonna. I'm just basically gonna very briefly go through it. So first up, for week 10, it was the Rebel Mutants versus the Gorgoth Allgreys. The Gorgoth Allgreys winning 2-1. They were slightly under on TV, but managed to get through, taking out one of the guard Beastmen, but losing their to death, fouling Hobgoblin in return, with one of their Bull Centaurs being missing. Then we also had Smoked and Cured versus the Dreamworld Splendors. A huge upset. A real shame we missed out on this one, with the Dreamworld Splendors going 2-1 up over Smoked and Cured. And not a huge amount of level ups. Quite a few badly hurt thralls. But once again, congratulations to the Vampires getting a big victory last week. Next up, we had the Bob Brotherhood versus Red Hot Boys in a bashing match. Red Hot Boys going 1-0 up. Bob's the overdog by a few hundred TV, and Red Hot Boys were able to turn it around. No big injuries from that. And we'll go through all of the level ups at the end, because I forgot to take the screenshots in the middle of it. So we'll have to see how things change between these 2 weeks for the start and the end when we get to this week's matches. Next up, we had the Mumble Rats versus Altdorf Acrobata. The Mumble Rats coming in at 1460 and Acrobata at 1630. The Mumble Rats took the win, going 2-1 up over Altdorf Acrobata. An unfortunate strength bust for the Altdorf Acrobata catcher there, and a niggle on a lineman made it quite a brutal match. That's piling insult to injury there for the Kislev, and the Mumble Rats getting some levels and mostly getting away scot-free. Next up, we had the Happy Sons versus the Kingslayers. This was a 2-1 victory for the Kingslayers, who were going at 1830 versus 1840, a very even match. A missing next game for the lineman on the Kingslayers, and nothing really bad injury-wise for the Orcs. Then we had the Vicious Virtuosi versus the Bloodlust Brawlers. This was a 2-1 victory for the Brawlers, and no big injuries coming out there, and a few levels that we'll be going through later.
That's a shock result to me.
Yeah. It's I think the Brawlers can sometimes pull it out when they need to, and that might be pertinent later for my predictions. But 1780 versus the 1690, that one was, and it was certainly. It would have been an interesting match to watch. My apologies. And last up, we had Carmack versus Quiguanas. Carmack making a big push for some points towards the end of the season. Too badly hurt, so nothing's going on to the next match that we're about to go into, and a couple of levels too. So Sabertooth Vag from week 10 into week 11, looking like they were on a roll. And that takes us into this week's matches for week 11. The first of which you had a chance to watch, I
believe. Smoked and Cured versus the Rebel Mutants. That's Halligan's High Elves, 1480. They had 2 loners, a wizard and 2 babes, against Porky 11's Chaos at 1850. So let's see how they got on. So Fire Rock straight away taking out a Beastman.
It's not the best way to start, is it?
No.
Well, I guess it is for one of you.
So ball goes off the pitch and he gives it to one of the guys on the line, which is questionable. So
was it the strength guy he gave it to? That might not be.
No, he's a good guy, but I wouldn't have followed up that move there because he's out in the open. I mean, it's going to be hard to defend. So yeah, I was a bit surprised at that. And as you see on the High Elves turn 1, they're straight in there. I know it's a 1-dicer, but that's all you need, especially with a strip ball guy. And they got agility to pick that up and run away as well. So let's see if they can do it. Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no, but that is bouncing the way that the elves would like.
Yeah.
Pushing back. Let's see if it can. Magnet hands. The
Magnet
3B magnet
hands.
hands. They're back.
Oh, look at that. Good wizard choice there.
Mm.
Good scatter as well. Looks like they can capitalise on this. And that's it. Position better.
Oh, you love me passing into a cage.
Yeah, and he's gone.
And he's out of there.
He's got a reroll Porky, but it's too hard for him to get near him. So yeah, high elf score on the chaos drive.
Mm.
So second half.
Oof.
Oh, not good. So high elves, what do you think? Score early? Looks like it on the formation.
Certainly does seem to be. And that big
So-
pass. Ooh.
Oh, it's turn 11.
Well, that's not too bad. You got it.
And he didn't run it in. He just ran up to the line there. Eek.
Oof.
Oh, good scatter though.
Good scatter though.
Yeah, so
Yes.
they've got some work to do.
Mm.
He's knocked him out of the way, and it looks like he's just going to base the ball up, which he's got to be careful of the surfs.
Certainly.
All right.
Oh no, he was.
3+ dodge.
Oh no, the
dear.
injury.
Edge 5 guy. Oh, that's a 2+ dodge. Edge 5.
Mm. All you
And
needed
where's-
was it was a 2+2+.
And look at that.
Mm.
Chaos should be able to pick it up, and they do. And we get to turn 16 because it is just a, as you can imagine, just a drive down the pitch, not much to show. And the Chaos, all they have to do is a push him out the way,
That'll do it.
and he runs it in for 1-1. So both scoring on the end of their drives, unless something goes wrong.
Those are only movement for those Chaos Warriors, aren't they?
5.
5. Okay. All right. So there we
Yes.
go.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Wow, good game. Bit of a turn up for the books as well.
Yeah, as I say, just like the Chaos right at the beginning, giving him the ball, and it was a bit odd play, but he nearly recovered from it. It's just a wizard that stopped him.
Mm.
So level ups, we got Spy Figure. Oh no, no one on the Halligan got any level ups on the High Elves.
Okay, and so this is between the previous 2 weeks. This is over. So if there's stuff missing, it might be from this last week or the one before. Just to let the viewers at home know. And how about the mutants?
Yeah, Spy Figure got his first kill, which
Spyfigure has gone for a dirty player, it would seem.
he hasn't got any others, has he? So
No, indeed.
yeah. Okay.
So next up was a match I had a chance to watch, and just for the record, good aside, I'm sorry, but I had to report this as relatively honestly as I could. This was the Gorgoth All Greys versus the Bob Brotherhood. 1600 for the All Greys versus 2020 for the Bob Brotherhood. Oh, it's literally 2020 because it did a number on everyone. So the All Greys took Hathark, an Apothecary, and they got +1 fame. So let's see how this went. Boom. Kick for the Bobs, and yeah, the Hobgoblin can get right underneath it. A high kick, well, it's a bit of a waste, but it does catch it immediately. They move up, and the Bobs start trying to do as much damage as possible, coming in around the side for this thing, and getting an early injury on this Hobgoblin. As we can see, the Hathark falls over, unfortunately, as we're pushing around on the right-hand flank.
Ball looks quite safe.
Ball looks quite safe. As we just get our speculative blocks out of the way first. Boom! Unfortunately.
Oh dear.
This was very much no. This is a very experienced one, but we had an additional Apothecary, but dead into dead.
Oh man.
You don't want to see it. The Chaos Dwarves. Oof.
It's the same turn, yeah? Oh no, later on.
Yeah, but they are able to get through, and even though they're taking these injuries, they are able to Chaos Dwarves are able to flush up, and they're not giving up, and they definitely won that score.
Jeez.
It
That helps.
was a bit grim. We see just a stun down here, and then just immediately running it home.
Yeah, he had to
Go
score there,
1-0 up. Had to score there. As we start, we've only got a couple of turns left. There's not much that could happen else on top of that. Well, okay. And as you can see, they've got the ball. They're moving forwards. The Bob
Big foul
Brotherhood.
coming up.
Big foul coming up. Oof.
It's only turn 6.
As you can see, a little bit of attempted revenge here as we get someone out, move up, and start trying to base up the ball carrier. Like I say, never giving up, always going for it and going for this retribution foul. Let's see what we can do. It's a
It had to be a send-off. It's one of those games by the looks of it.
Yeah. And as you can see, we've just got a lovely little bit of a chain push here. Just getting within range.
Nicely done.
Nicely done indeed. We get a little bit of follow-up. Just to cause a little bit more of a ruckus. And after that push, we just run in without rolling any dice. Good score. Don't know why that goblin's there. But that's where the goblin decided to stand. We come into the second half. In fact, is this the second? Yeah, this is second half, and it was 5 versus 11 at this point.
Wow.
And we're starting off 5 versus 11, 4 versus 11. Three versus 11.
Jeez. Surely not.
Well, let's see what we get. That's good. We get the piling on. That's good.
Incoming foul. All right. I don't know if I've ever seen Chorf's pitch cleared before.
As you can see, well, he's still trying to defend. This is the first move that he's got. Snakes on the go for it. No, he did re-roll it. He did re-roll it, and it was snakes. Oh. Unfortunately. As we can see, in a pretty strong position here, the Bobs can just do a pass and get it out of there. So you can see they go 2-1 up. Let's have a quick look at the state of things for the Chaos Dwarves. It's not looking good. And as you can see, they're really, really keen. Bang. On just making sure. They do get a little bit of retribution sent off for getting Tharkov. Temporary Bob there, proving his name. And we do get, like I say, Genocide's wanting as much revenge as is possibly feasible. And does manage to KO Sacrifice Bob, being a sacrifice. And yeah, they just
the ball was just forgotten about.
Yeah, there's just nothing they could do. As we can see, well, some people are coming back. Thark is back, and then basically, yeah, a very similar thing happens again. And was this me cocking up the clips? No, it was basically just the same thing again. Going 4-1 up. People do come back for the last push of the match. I do like this, just denying the 5-1 just by throwing it past. And there was not very much that could be done. At least it's almost over for the Chorfs at this point.
Another one. Wow.
It was pretty brutal. Fair play to Genocide, was game throughout, but it was just a bit of a... It was sometimes games just be like that, and it was a lot. It was a lot. We had some level ups. None for the Gorgoth Orgreys. They are going to be missing TJ Platinum for the next match. That was a missing next game. One of Angus Torp has been... 1, 2, 3. Has not been replaced, actually, so we're down to 5 blockers as well for the next match, which is not the best situation you want to be in as Chaos Dwarves. But as for Bob's, a hell of a match. Just strangling in and getting stuck in. 2 level ups for Lucky Bob and Mini Bob. Lucky Bob takes Claw to go with the block guard Mighty Blow. And Mini Bob gets that first level up, which is block. So yeah, next up was a match you had a chance to watch.
Okay, we got the Dream World of Splendors versus Altdorf Acrobata. So we got 2100 Vamps against 1530 Kislev, and they take Hemlock and Apo, and that's it. So let's see how they get on.
All right, Vampires with the kick. Quick snap.
Which I don't show the quick snap apart from the failed catch that he does get, and then Snake Eyes.
Snake Hands.
A little bit open. Yeah, Snake Hands. But he's a little bit open there considering it's Vamps. So he's gonna whack Hemlock with Mighty Blow tackle, of course. Why not?
Mm. And yeah, run through and attempt to pick that ball up again. Actually, no, let's space it. Do a hypno gaze to take the tackle zone off it.
That was a 5+ though, wasn't it? Mm. So he can't get near the ball now, but he's just caused a few problems, hasn't he?
Yeah, and has bloodlusted here, unfortunately, it seems.
I like the way he plays the Vamps, don't you?
Mm.
Yeah, he's. I've been paying close attention. I've got a Vamp team in one of my leagues, and yeah, it's good how he's leveled them up and how he plays them.
Yeah, so, and has got an attack on the ball here as it's coming through on this left-hand side.
It's a good scatter for Kislev.
Mm.
So hard to stop score for the Vamps here.
Gets that hit in.
Yeah, we're going to see some good play by Coach Call. I think we are.
Oh, it's a skink.
So just showing these bits, doing the right thing, not relying on the dice and just sorting his men out before committing himself. Although he did chance it with a bear a little bit.
Mm.
So the big moment for him.
Right. Bang. Oh no! That's the GFI.
Yeah.
Dauntless hits and gets it. Way.
All right. So no reroll.
No reroll.
4+ pickup. 3+ dodge.
Mm. Oh yes, because
nice.
they've got jump up, haven't they?
Yeah.
Well, dear.
And for
bad scatter for the Kislev. Terrible scatter for this Kislev. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's not too bad, but it's not what they wanted.
And that's a frenzy guy.
Mm.
Unlucky play. So we're only on turn 3. So a lot happened in the first couple of turns, and the pickup is good. The old 1 in 9.
The old 1 in 9.
Was he stabbing?
Oh, the temptation's got to have been for the crowd surf there, surely.
That would have been uphill, but yeah. He's strength 2, isn't he? Hemlock? I'm sure he is.
Oh, yeah. But that's enough of the hypno gaze.
Alright, so Vampire scoring on the Kislev drive. And I think that was a misclick.
Yeah, it's in tackle zones, isn't it?
Yeah, he's thrown it backwards in tackle zones. It's annoying. Yeah, I don't think he would have planned that.
No, that is unfortunate. You hate to see it.
So Vamp's got 2 turns to score from there. Can be done. He just needs to make sure that the dice goes away a little bit. He's got enough rerolls for the 2 turns.
Oof, an injury to your own man.
Oh, it's annoying, isn't it? He does that a lot. He just moves to one square.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
works out.
Failed hypnogaze. That could be very relevant. It's a little bit of extra movement to get all the way around. You're able to wrestle it down. It's good to see. Vamps are able to recover. Picking it up and making a run for it.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to get him, isn't it?
Would you just do a heart star wipe for the vampires? That's very funny.
Yeah.
I just realised you've been doing that. Yeah. And the kick
So
goes through.
2-0 down, and now kicking to the vampires. One
Able
dice.
to get all able to. Oh, that's not what you want. That is more what you want.
No, got dodge.
Oh, okay.
I like the way he gets out of this position as well. Oh, do I show it? Oh, not quite all of it. But yeah, I just like the way he pushed the guy out of the way and, yeah, managed to get over.
Big throw and a catch.
They are elves after all.
Yeah, they are very elfy. That hesitant vampiric step when you know what you're doing with regards to Bloodlust. And 3-0 up. That is
solid, isn't it?
Ooh, but dodge goes the other way this time.
So he ain't in range. Oh, and this is the frenzy dude. 3 into 2.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
When vamps are good, they're really good, aren't they?
That frenzy's doing a lot of work.
Good scatter.
But there could be some recovery here.
And that's a strip ball guy. Okay, where's it going? Oh, it's in the tackle zone.
It's possible though.
Oh, it's worked. And
yay!
He deserved it. He deserved something.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree 100%. Love to see that final score. So yeah, level up wise, what can you tell me?
So we got Baron Herbert von Schild. Is that my right? Good, yeah.
Yep, stand firm. Stand firm.
Okay.
So that's
nice.
Dodge, block, guard, stand firm.
Yeah.
Watch firm, strong, I hear.
That's the only one.
And how about for Altdorf?
So they got Giorgio gets his 3rd skill, and Rodolfo's dead.
Rodolfo is dead. Giorgio takes piling on to go with Mighty Blow and block. And we have also lost Diogo, but I think that was for a previous week's match.
Right.
Okay. Well, next up was a match I had a chance to watch, which was the Red Hot Boys versus the Happy Sons. So this is a big old Orkov. 1800 for the Red Hot Boys, 1830 for the Happy Sons. Hot Boys actually putting in the money to get 2 babes, and they also got +1 fame. So let's see how that match went, shall we? Orcs of the kick, obviously. Yeah, as you can see, they're pushing down. The Red Hot, the Suns are passing down, and the Red Hot Boys are attacking here, and they come in, clipping through everything, and are able to get some assistance there on the ball, opening up a route to it. As the Hot Boys get a hot steal of that ball as it bounces free.
Oh dear.
A problem. Because you've still got players to activate, and you can actually kind of start getting there. Kind of. As you can see, there becomes a tussle over the ball as it's been thrown free here. As the Hot Boys in red blitz free and pick up. Oh, I'll try to. Yeah, they do. And we do see getting through the hard bit. Fails to go for it, and no rerolls. So quite exposed there, actually, having got the ball. Let's see what we follow up with. It is blitzing. This is a strength up. Fails the GFI. Goes through. Stand firm keeps you there.
Oh,
And trying to blitz free the double skull.
how unlucky is that?
Yeah. And no such troubles for this excellently placed strength 4 up blitzer here, who is able to get to the ball and retrieve it and start running down. Getting quite far, actually. Passing it off to this Agility Plus, who's able to pass it on further as we get through to the end of the Happy Sun's turn. And they're able to do it.
What a recovery. Wow.
What a recovery. Yeah, we go into the second half. Boom. Putting down a big, big foul and getting the injury on ReBBL, who I think is us. And
That's what we look like when we're joined together, mate.
well, I've split them apart from that foul, I tell you. Yeah, we do get the follow-up and we get the stun with a piling on follow-up. Never gets old. He's not getting old, no. He is dead.
It's about time he died. He's been taking a few hits, hasn't he?
Yeah, and once again we see this push up the side of the pitch. Protected, kind of. A bit of basing, but there's enough guard there to not be a huge issue. Just on the other side, we get another injury. Flip-flop the fourth. That is the dirty player being taken out. Once again, we're seeing a lot of to and fro, a lot of tussling up in this top corner of the pitch. We go for a re-roll again. Only a push, but it is enough to get free and go 1-1 for Prost. That Prost guy getting the equaliser, and we do end the game 1-1. Level up wise, the Red Hot Boys over this past 2 weeks, I have not got, Red Hot Boys. In fact, Prost got leveled up, and took sure hands. That's not right. I've got this level. I've not got this lined up correctly. The Prost guy took kick-off return. Yes. Slap myself on the wrist there for not lining it up properly, making it difficult for myself. But kick-off return, always a good skill to have on a ball.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, movement 5, is he? Or 6?
Yeah,
whatever?
5.
5, yeah. It's massive.
No. Then we've got the Happy Suns, who are going to be missing Flip-Flop for the next match and did not get any levels up this time. Next up was a match you had a chance to watch, I think.
We missed the Mumble Rats first win of the season last week. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't cover that. So, can they start a run going? So, we got the Mumble Rats 16-20, the Skaven, versus Vicious Virtuosi. That's Korash's 19-10 Dark Elves. The Rats take a Wizard, an Apo, and a Babe. So let's see how they get on.
Let's see, indeed.
Yeah, about time the Rats got a win. I thought they had a really good, solid team. So they're up against a good, solid Dark Elf team. Look, turn 7, right? They just sat at the back here the entire time. The Rats are just sitting back, waiting for them to just score the touchdown, because the Rats are thinking, I'm going to one turn you as soon as, when you score on turn 8, I'm going to score on turn 8 as well. So it was quite clever play, just picking their shots and just thinking, I'm not going to bother stopping you. I don't have to. So to make all of that planning worth it, you have to score your one turn touchdown.
You do.
Which is quite easy when you got movement 10, sprint. So let's see.
Let's see. Down comes the ball, and it's a catch.
So, do you roll any dice, or do you just concentrate on scoring?
Well, some of this could come down to the numbers game as well. You would, if you can make some safe ones. I'd roll with the making the block with the killer is good, especially against that high agility piece.
Definitely.
Let's see if the throw is good, and it's good.
Right. Okay, so can he do it? He's got to run through tackle wherever he goes. Got a good placement.
Oh, that snake's on
So
go for it.
Unlucky.
Oh.
So, there was a gap to the left-hand side there where there's no tackle. He should have run through there, but it wasn't it wasn't a dodge that failed him anyway.
Mm.
So yeah, unlucky.
Oh, looks like it's another crowd surf as they're able to get to the ball though. Oof. As you see the Frenzy Witch Elf just pushing him off. Must have got round the back to him.
Yeah, I don't know if he forgot jump up or if he just miscalculated it or just took the chance. I'm not sure.
But the Dark Elves do have the ball and are moving forward. Not quite enough to score this turn. But we're seeing these movement up linemen coming through to support. Skaven going after the Witch Elf. And just moving around. Nice speculative 1 dice there. Dodge doesn't help, but you know. Finally, the luck turns against you.
Yeah.
Well,
if you're wondering why
also,
I'm being quiet, everyone, I'm having a few technical issues my end. I can't see the replays quite a bit. It's glitching out. So Matt's helping out.
Yeah, so yeah, we are now seeing the lineman taking this 2 dice block, getting the killer out of the way. And we now are in a situation where we're getting some follow-up blocks to try to take that killer out. We're in a position where we can score. We want to, as you've spoken to earlier, we're thinking about long-term strategy for how this match is going to work in terms of turn management, which is very, very interesting. So we're seeing some of these attempts to take out the killer, which is a very important piece to try and take out. And I imagine at some point we're going to try and be doing some damage on the gutter since they're what's causing the problem.
Good choice. It was a killer or him, wasn't it?
Yeah, and unfortunately only pushes, and from there you can just dodge away and score.
Yeah, sealed the game up.
Indeed. Are you back in? Is it not glitching?
It comes and goes, so I'm talking when I can.
So we do see the wrestle freeing up the ball there. And it's a good bounce. It's in the middle for the Rats. It's in the middle of the Rats. Let's see if we can get someone there to pick up in 2 tackle zones. It's looking like that's not going to be the risk. We're just going to be moving around and marking as much as possible.
Yeah, diving tackle on that gut of under there is helpful, isn't it?
So is leaping, but not when you flat land on your face. Let's see if the reroll helps. It does. And picked. And the throw. No interception. Lovely little bit of passing play there. Excellent.
And there's someone waiting. Oh, there is.
Hasn't been activated yet, but this does provide a little bit of extra protection. But it's looking like, with the end of the clips there, they weren't able to score again.
No, they did. Yeah, no, they did get the touchdown. I don't know why I didn't record it.
Okay.
But that ended 3-0. So great win for the Dark Elves. And that ends their winning streak of 1 game. So Mumble Rats, they had a death at Dodgery 5.
Dodgery, yep. Away at the bottom, that was a gutter runner.
And no level ups.
No level ups. And for the Virtuosi, what can you tell me there?
Yeah, so Aratil Galathar, is that? First skill.
Has taken Dodge to become a Blodge Blitzer.
Gloriana, second skill.
Has taken Step. Sidestepped, so that is now a Blodge Step Witch Elf.
Yeah, lovely. Befroir, 5th skill.
That is Tackle. So that's Agility up, Block, Dodge, Leap, Tackle. Absolute ball hawk. Absolute ball hawk.
Would you have gone Strip Ball? Tackle's more useful overall, I'd say, but Strip Ball's really good, isn't it?
Leaping Strip Ball is good.
And
I imagine that's skill 6, right, for sure.
Rintin is second skill.
That's a dodge to go the Agility 5 up. So Virtuosi coming out with a lot of SPP this match.
Yeah, and really sorted the team out, haven't they? It's going to be good next season, that team.
Well, next up is the last match I got a chance to watch this week, and that is the Kingslayers versus Sabretooth Vag. So this is 1510 for the Kingslayers versus 2000 for Sabretooth Vag. Kingslayers coming in with a Wizard, 2 Babes, Bubba Dribble Snot, who they start the match off as well. We'll come to that, and Skitter. So let's see what that looks like on the pitch. Cheering fans on the kickoff. And the Elves receive. Skipping in a few turns as we're looking at the War Dancer. Once again, we see the elves holding back this War Dancer, pushing free. They've been holding back a few turns. We've seen this thrower go around the opposite side. And so this is forcing the pressure and forcing the pass, which is failed to catch.
Crucial match this as well. Both at the top of the table.
And wham, spiking that ball down from the pass on turn 4. Let's see if the Kingslayers can counter. We see the killer coming in, doing killer things, only taking out a lineman, but if you can get a player advantage on the pitch, it is going to help you. We do see a counter blitz by this War Dancer. Does another injury in turn, taking out the Goblin.
Counter removal.
Once again, Tyrion Lannister doing some serious work. KO gets that pitch removal, just trying to get as many people off as possible. As we see, not fully clear, but with 2 heads, we are able to start dodging through that gap. We do get a few. We do basically get a whole cage through because of 2 heads.
Right.
But it's not enough, as the War Dancer is able, with tackle, to get through and get that blitz off, freeing up the ball. Shadowing fails from the star player. And let's just see what we can do with a bit of a dodge. We get it in a tackle zone with our RG5. We get to it. We don't need...
Wow. Wood elves, man.
Wood elves doing wood elf things.
Jesus.
Wood elves doing wood elf things. What else can you say? Well, this is still the first half, and right before the end, sweltering heat hits. So this is the one turn. Basically, had one turn of a drive. We go into the second half, and it's immediately a pitch invasion. And a touchback. Like, lots of stuff was happening in quick succession as we move into the second half here. As you can see, they give it to Skitter on the right-hand side.
Yeah, but he wants a draw at least. He doesn't want to be giving away points, does he?
Dodging round, we are able to get a 1 dice on Skitter. We do re-roll it and find that POW. We're wiggling our fingers, going catfishing for POWs, and we find it. But it bounces in an unfortunate position for the elves. And yeah, the Underworld are able to recover. Skid are able to pick it up and get pretty far away. Eventually scoring from there to go 2-1 up. Going to try and see if they can break the Elven drive. There's been some damage. And with Blind David dead from this troll, they're certainly in a position to try and hopefully, desperately try and break the drive and get the draw, as you say. They've been holding back. They're being pressured. We see a long pass here to an open player. If that had failed, it could have gone very bad. But we can then, from there, pull back and cage up. Not quite. Skidder can get round. Go for the stab, because that's a sidestep. Stab fails. Bam. And Skidder is taken out at the last minute.
And he runs it in, does he?
Yep. Marking up for some reason, I'm not sure. Oh, yes, I believe there was one final blitz.
He picks on the loner. That's nice of him.
Yeah. Oh, they must have taken some loners as well as part of the inducers. My apologies. But yeah, from there, we actually do a pass. And score of the person we want to score with.
With 2 go for it. Oh. Oh.
Well, just had to keep that in at the end there. Sometimes it be like that. So yeah, for the level ups, number 3 Tyrion the Killer did get an additional level up, but I do not believe that has been taken yet. So there was a few potential losses for the Kingslayers, but they have got an additional lineman now, another big Skaven boy to not be strength 2, so that's nice for them. And for Sabretooth, no level ups and no additional injuries, it would seem, going into the next match. That's good.
Big win for him. That's a really big win for him.
Big win. Huge win. And we'll talk about the implications of that in a second. But next up, we have the last match of week 11.
Yeah, Bloodlust Brawlers. They've got the Edge 5 Werewolf against the Quiguanas, who have got the one turner. So we've got 1920 Necro against 1700 Lizards. They take Wizards and a Babe. So let's see how they go.
All right. Yep.
Yeah,
Werewolf able to get
so,
to the ball.
yeah, just safely picking it up with the Edge 5 guy every time. He's handing it off. It's safe-ish there.
It's a big Saurus coming in. Oof, not going to do it though.
No.
Using
So
that
that
reroll as well could come back to haunt you. Yep.
It does. Oh. But the Edge 5 Werewolf can just come in, run out. Great, isn't it? Movement 8, Edge 5. It's just lovely. So he's trying to get that ghoul to score, and the ghoul's doing his best to protect himself. But he doesn't have block.
Nope, he does not.
So
can we get a better recovery?
He really played these skinks well during this game. I love the movement on them, and I love the positioning. That he paces them around the pitch, puts them around the pitch a little bit so they can get to all scenarios. It's good, high movement game. So, oh dear, badly hurt.
Regeneration
isn't a fake skill.
Isn't a fake skill.
No, so it's 0-0, and he can just get down there, turn 4, just all good after that failed dodge.
Ball bouncing there, and the ghoul coming in, stealing it off. We've got a skink coming down to try and get the... Well, skink's coming down to mark the other one that was down, gets in, picks up the ball. It's the Agi 4, and scores running it in.
Lovely.
To go 1-0 up.
So Necro have got it all to do. And there's a big gaping gap appeared in their defence. And all those skinks are just waiting to pour through, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so...
Additional movement skinks as well. They're going to be getting there as quick as you like.
Not looking good for Necro, is it?
No.
So Edge 4 picking it up. Oh. Maybe it's not. Oh, he snaked it.
Oh, got away. Something else happened there. Was it a failed handoff or something like that?
We
are seeing the lightning bolt right now, though. That'll do it. That'll do it.
And he's got plenty of people there to smash that wolf out of the way as well.
Yeah. Wolf has just come back from regeneration as well.
Yeah, still the first half. So, what's he going to hit him with? He's going to hit him with Mighty Blow, I would say. It's going to be 3 dice. 4, 5, 6. Yep, 3 dice.
Gets the pow.
He's good.
Stunned. But...
yeah, just pick it up and...
down you go. Down you go.
2-0 on the Necro drive. Not looking good at all. Second half.
Big high kick.
That happened to your game as well, didn't it? So, if I was a Lizards, I would try to make it a bit of a thrashing, I guess. So,
create and proof that touchdown difference going for the one-turner. Oh, sure feet fails. Oh, another one. Oh, KO.
Not tell. It's not the end of the world. He's 2-0 up, so it isn't going to cost him the game.
We haven't got the ball back on the Agi 5 Werewolf. Go for it, fails using the reroll. We get it. We hit a pow. That ball Harry's there. Injury
again, twice in one game.
That's a strength bust. That's strength bust. That's the one you wanted to regenerate. You would have been safer if you'd stayed out on the badly hurt, my friend. Oh no.
That's sacked, isn't it? Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big player, isn't it?
That's a
big
niggling injury.
player.
Oh.
And this wolf isn't anywhere like the other wolf. He can't pick up to save his life, can he? And he's standing in a little bit of a curious place there.
A dangerous position. Dodged. It's not going to help you with the grasping hands of the fans as they kick you in your head. A blitz to a flesh golem. Don't see many of those against skinks.
No.
But as is usually the case, the lack of tackle on the flesh column is not going to be going very well for it, and the skink survives.
But the stand firm sort of is quite nice.
Not really blitz him by fire. Oh, we've seen the Saurus chase the receiver there. Potential receiver.
Yeah, goal difference is a thing. He is chasing playoffs, but Challengers Cup is much more likely for the Lizards.
And we do get... Let's see if we can get him down. Oh, another go for it fail.
I love that clap that he does. The double slap round the face.
Stand firm, keeps him close, but that is enough to take out the tackle zone.
Oh, why didn't he move the skink?
Why didn't you move the skink first?
When you're 2-0 up and, you don't play optimally sometimes, do you?
Well, it looks like they've kind of gotten away with it. And speaking of, let's hand off to a Saurus. It's clearly wants to be leveled up. Yeah. Is up a lot of players here. And we are now through that. That's the end of the match. So, yeah, we are now through to looking at the Bloodless Brawlers.
Has he
leveled up?
Has he sacked
yeah, he has sacked him. Jerry the Growler has been replaced with Jerry's Bad Reanimation, a rookie werewolf. Any other level ups you can tell me about? We've also lost a couple of zombies as well, I think, for TV purposes over the past couple of weeks.
That's such a big player to lose.
I think
it's such a big player that he might be thinking of starting another team next season. You don't know. But it's
the rest of the team's still much better than a rookie.
Yeah, but you know what it's like when you have a big player like that and you lose him and you sort of fall out of love with the team, don't you?
That can happen.
Nothing else, no.
Okay. Anything for the Quigs? They are missing Puff for next match, who is their kicker.
No level ups.
No level ups. Well, that is the end of going through week 11. We can have a look at the leaderboard, and it is all change up at the top. These two big wins from Carmack takes the lead with Sabretooth Vag over Smoke and Cured, but it is an Elven tag team right at the top, followed up by Gunnerside, the Gorgoth Allgreys, Spartacus, the Kingslayers. Those are the playoffs and Challenger Cup cutoffs. But
two more games to go.
Two more games to go. And realistically speaking, anything down to 8. So Papillon is drawing, is one touchdown difference away from being cut off. Extrem, Costin Striker, and Porky are still, if mathematically could make it if they need to. And so, yeah, things are hotting up. And, of course, everyone else is still looking for SPP, is still looking for Pride, is still looking to not just roll over. And so I think we're in for an exciting couple of weeks to come.
So go on, I'm going to make you call it. Which, at the top 3, which one isn't going to get through?
Out of the top 3?
Yeah, only 2 of them are going through to the playoffs, yeah?
Yeah, I think the injuries suffered to the Chaos Dwarfs by Gunnerside this week are probably going to be the differential. I think it's going to be Elves going through to playoffs, I'm afraid. Feel free to. I'd be happy to be wrong about that, but that's what my gut's telling me.
Yeah. Yeah, they took a beating in half, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. One of them teams on 19 points could creep up and snatch a spot as well.
They could do as well, quite easily. Yeah, so speaking of which, 12 points.
Unreal. I don't think I can claw it back in 2 games.
It's mathematically possible.
Yeah, of course, but I don't know. You've just had the edge all season. I'd like to claw back at least 9 this coming week, just to give you a little bit of a fight now for the last week. But I can't see it happening. For some reason, I can't predict shit in this league.
Yeah,
but
let's have
saying that, saying that, I'm 50 points is doing all right compared to the rest of the league. I think it's you. I just think you've had a blinder this season.
Well, possibly. We had someone have a blinder this last week as well. So I'm just going to go through the week 11, this is week 10 and week 11 stuff first. So yeah, you had a good one last week. Yeah, MLP doing quite well. Coach Cool, big 9 points last week. 3's not so good, but like that's still pretty decent. Halligan, that is unfortunate. Spartacus, a bit unfortunate. Extrem had an absolute cracker week 10.
Wow.
If you wait, hang on a second. I'm just having a look here. Extrem's got a system, it would seem. Have you noticed this before? No, I'm looking at this in more detail.
Everywhere, is it? It is,
They're
isn't
all 2-1s everywhere, not flipping each time, but that week it was 2-1s everywhere for a big 16 points in week 10. And then not quite as many this week. And then Saimar coming with a big 9 last week as well. So that's good to see.
16 points is easily the highest we've ever seen for a week, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, if we look at the rankings, here we go. So I'm at the top with 62, but I don't count. The people that really matter are the people who aren't me and Rob. Extrems with 53, Gunnersides at 51. Then we got Rob, then Spartacus, Saimar, Halligan, MLP, and Coach Cool there at the bottom. So it is pretty close there up at the top for people who are going for the prize. So we should probably go through this week's predictions.
Have you done it?
Next week. I have done it.
Oh, because you left it a bit late, and I thought, shh, don't tell Matt. Shh, be quiet.
No, I knew. I was just waiting to see it until I went through the things to see what the damage was for the coming up matches. So first up, we've got ReBBL Mutants versus the Happy Suns.
Wait,
for a while.
You've copied my results on the first 2 games. That's not fair.
I haven't copied your results for the first 2 games. I
can't beat you if you copy all my
I wasn't looking.
All right, okay, I believe you. All right, we've both gone 2-1 for ReBBL Mutants against the Happy Suns, even though the Happy Suns have been hitting a bit of form. I just feel like the Chaos have got the edge over Orcs. You know, nothing to do with the coaches myself. It just
they do. It's just
high TV.
Yeah, it's like you say. It's typically a match that ends in 2-1. You know, like it is. That's why I went for it, and that's why you went for it.
I'm surprised you didn't do 2-1 every game because you've seen the system.
No, I want to prove that if you actually pay attention and try, you can get a higher score than playing a system. Next up, Virtuosi versus Outdoor Acrobata. We have both gone for 3-1. From my perspective, Outdoor are in a pretty bad position and Virtuosi like to score. I think Outdoor can score, just not quite as many as a Virtuosi. And I think it's going to be a little bit more of a touchdown golf with the high agility of the Virtuosi. Which is why I was thinking about going 2-1 here as well, but I went 3-1 because I just think the Virtuosi are going to have the edge.
The only thing that might put a spanner in the works is if the Virtuosi are trying to score with certain players, and it might mess up the scoreline a little bit. But,
that's a very valid point.
Yeah. But apart from that, no, I think it's going to be a bit of a hammering.
Well, now we've got some scores that are different. Sabretooth Vag versus the Bob Brotherhood. You've gone for a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, it's weird the way neither of us have picked Sabretooth Fadge. Hot form, top of the table, neither of us have backed them. That's odd. I've had to go for Bob because of the bashing that they give out last week. They look like they're a team that are not taking any shit, you could say, towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Vag, yeah.
It was a tough one.
Wood Elves against Nurgle is always like, how's it going to go, isn't it? It really is. So yeah, when I can't choose, I always go 1-1.
Yeah. I went with the Bobs. They're coming off a cracking match this week, and Sabretooth Vag, as you said, are an absolute run of form. They can pass everywhere, they can dodge everywhere. There's only 2 things that mess with that, and that's tentacles and disturbing presence, which the team they're against this week just has loads of. And I'm just giving the Bob the nod. No disrespect to Carmack, it's just a tough matchup just from a team build perspective.
And it's a game they got to win as well. So yeah. Who's covering that? You're covering that this week.
So. Yes, should be.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled on that one.
Next up, Quickie Runners versus Smoked and Cured. I've gone 2-1 for Smoke. Oh, okay, that one's the same as well. Okay.
Go on.
I swear this wasn't on purpose. Like I don't like. Look, If I was going to do shenanigans, I'd do them more subtly than this.
Go on. Go on, why have you got Smoking Cure?
Because I think they're going to win 2-1. I think this is going to be a case of Smoked and Cured are a team that can score a lot. So are Quiguanas, and I think we're going to see something similar to what we saw in one of the matches in the recaps we just saw, which was holding back, scoring late, very tactical, and I just think Smoked and Cured have just got the edge when it comes to throwing.
Yeah, no, exactly the same.
Next up we've got the Bloodless Brawlers versus the Gorgoth Allgreys. We've gone for a different score here. Both 2-1. I've gone for the Brawlers winning 2-1. You've gone for the Greys.
Because you didn't know that the Age 5 werewolf was dead, I take it.
Yeah, and you didn't know that the Gorgoth Allgreys got the piss kicked out of it.
Yeah, true. So I think it's going to be 2-1 to one of the teams. Let's hope it's. Let's hope.
Yeah, to be fair, Rob is quite correct. I did in fact forget that the Agi 5 werewolf had been killed, and I was only basing it on the match that I watched, which was the Gorgoth Allgreys getting beat up and go, oh, I'll bet against them because they've had the crap kicked out of them. But you know, there you go. Yeah. Next up, Kingslayers versus Dreamwater Splendors.
Oh, big game! Look at that. Yeah. Oh, and I've got this one. Yeah. Well, I'll pay a bit of attention to this week. It's a really important game, so I'll watch it and try to do maybe a bit of extended highlights for that one. I've gone for the draw because I think they're just really evenly matched. But I don't know, just that Dreamwater Splendors vampire team, they seem good, don't they?
They do.
Yeah,
which is why I've bet against them.
My favourite teams this season. So, oh yeah, it's a hard one. You've gone 2-1 to the Slayers.
Just the speed. I think that's giving them the edge.
Fair enough.
And last up, we've got the Mumble Rats versus the Red Hot Boys. I have gone 2-1 for the Red Hot Boys, and you've gone 1-1.
Yeah, I think that I think that the Rats are capable of scoring, but I've got a feeling they're going to run out of numbers.
Yeah, it's quite well. Orcs versus Rats. Orcs like to hit things, and Rats are quite fragile.
Yeah, and he hasn't got that many killers on that Rats team either, has he? So, yeah, okay. I don't think the Strength 4 Gutter Runner's playing. I think he's out. So that's a big player out for that game. All right, so I'm tempted to change my scores, but I'm not going to.
You can't. They're locked now, my friend. They're locked now.
I'm going to do mine bloody right late next week. I'm going to leave it as late as I can. Especially.
I'll tell you what. I okay. Well, to make it fair, I will do mine first. I will do mine first for this last week.
Yeah, because I just can't copy any of your scores. So I will look at your scores and I'll make sure I won't copy any of them. That's cheating as well, though, isn't it?
It's absolutely cheating, but we'll
yeah.
Well,
no,
we'll see if I'll let you do it next week, and then we'll see.
No, I'll put my scores down and I won't look at yours, and it is what it is. I have won the last 2 seasons, so I should be more sporting, you could say. All right. So I think that's for us, all done. So that's all from me.
And we will see you. Sorry, let's do that again. Pick up.
That's all, folks.
And we will see you on the pitch.